Ahead of us, and perhaps another 3 best-of-1s, and so on and so forth, because it is tiebreaker day. We've got 3 teams and 1 spot. Avery, early bets on who that's going to be. I just want to get your thoughts. Just before we even see these teams play today, who do you think has been looking the best of these 3 teams?
I think it's going to be EG.
Why?
They have the most blue in their logo.
They don't have any blue in their logo anymore. It is a white and black logo because that's what all esports teams are doing now. No color, no fun, just geometric shapes and black and white.
They have the least amount of stand-ins. We'll go with that one, huh?
That is not true?
Wait, that's not true. Isn't FBZ technically a stand-in right now for Secret?
I wouldn't call it, but sure. Well, yeah, sure.
Okay. He's on loan. I mean, whatever.
He's on loan. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it honestly kind of speaks to the depth of the Dota scene right now that a lot of these teams are able to just plug players in last minute and still look pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's ever been the case in the history of Dota. It used to be you got a stand-in and it was a death sentence. You were just done. Yeah. Now it's like you got a stand-in, you might even be better.
Yeah, you might win a major.
Exactly. Well, that was kind of a fluke, but yeah, I mean, anything's possible.
2-time fluke.
I think EG has just looked like the highest potential of all these teams, but they have been hit or miss in terms of tying everybody. Yamich gonna try and walk it off, but
oh, it's just enough. First blood goes to Snake King. Skeeter is going to take a lot of damage on his way back out, but this is not what you want to see if you are Secret, mostly because this Juggernaut hero, I mean, Effie was talking about it on the panel. It's been popping off late game. It has great stats so far in DreamLeague. It's been picked up 9 times, 6 wins, I believe. So, you know, it's a winning hero right now, and Skeeter in particular is a winning carry. So this combination is kind of scary. They want to shut him down and are unable to get a return kill.
Yeah, he has Fairy Fire Wand. You got to keep it in mind. You are keeping the thirst up, though, at least for Crystallis on his Grandmaster tier Bloodseeker. Man, every time Seeker get Bloodseeker Monkey first phase, I feel like their win percentage goes up by 20 or 30. Just makes their entire draft way more comfortable. He gets one of his signature heroes down here in the safe lane. Puppet can enable him on the lane. The game just goes way smoother for Secret, and then all of a sudden FBZ and Armel have a lot of pressure taken off them. So this is fitting that paradigm. Secret are looking pretty good this game, at least. The draft being comfortable for them.
I overheard the panel. I believe Purge was talking about the fact that, you know, a lot of people give shit to Crystallis for having a low hero pool, but it's simply not true.
Who?
Well, the audience, the community members.
You show me someone who's giving Crystallis shit, and I'll give you Lelis's hotel room number.
Okay. All right. Well, could somebody go ahead and speak up?
And you can go take it up with him any day of the week. He's waiting.
He is waiting. He's a battler. Anyway, what was I saying? Crystallis. He actually has played a lot of heroes, particularly at DreamLeague. He's been successful on a lot of them, but I think where that rumor, where that idea stems from is the fact that he plays 2 very specific heroes quite a lot and is very good at them. His 2 Siggies, of course, Monkey King and Bloodseeker. Those are the 2 heroes that he has picked way more often than any of his other heroes.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having some Siggies, man. You know, it's like Crystallis plays Monkey King, be like, oh, it's another Crystallis Monkey. Miracle plays Invoker. It's, oh my God, Miracle Invoker.
Oh, Miracle Invoker.
I mean, you can't have it both ways, you know?
Yeah.
I also think he had one of the most diverse hero pools at TI.
Yeah, it was pretty diverse.
And I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really there. I wasn't watching, but I feel like he did pretty well at that tournament. So.
You weren't watching?
Just saying,
I think we cast.
Dota's the only game where you can get second at a like $20 million tournament or whatever, and people are like, I wasn't that good.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't believe in some of those players, you know? I think they just got carried by the grandeur that is the puppy.
I'll tell you why people like to hate on him, though. It's because he plays that like pseudo-sacrificial carry role. He's not one of these guys that
hate that,
AFK farms and goes ultra late and like has 0 deaths, right? He likes to get in the mix, get in the fights. He'll join early engagements. He'll play these skirmishy type heroes. There's a reason he likes the Bloodseeker or the Monkey King because he wants to be active. He wants to get in people's faces. He wants to be involved at all points in the game. And a lot of times, if your team is not winning, then you just look doubly as bad when you play that style because it's like you're not going to be like 7-0 and lose the game. And you're like, oh, he was doing his best.
Yeah, I mean, Arteezy is knocked out of the tournament, but people still love to watch him play.
Yeah, exactly. Crystallis is heating up here as we're praising him, going for the double kill.
Blood right. It's easy. All right.
I mean, this
great
is why
start.
this hero's a first phase hero right now. People are just very confident constructing extremely strong lanes with him blind. Like, you gotta remember, people are taking this Bloodseeker blind, and he's just demolishing lanes. That is the value of the pick.
What about our mid hero? This one stood out to me. The Armel Wind Ranger. Not really what I would associate with Armel. Certainly, he has a lot of other heroes that I think of as being, you know, great Armel heroes, but Wind Ranger, not one of them. And the stats back that up too. He has a sub 50% win rate on it.
I mean, that might be pretty good for Wind Ranger stats, though. I mean,
you think? Wait, is Wind what do you mean?
I mean, historically.
Oh, historically.
You know, who has a positive win rate with Wind Ranger?
Yeah, that. Yeah, I could see that.
You gotta look at the baseline. You know, maybe. I don't even know if that's true. His was damn good. I think Armel's Wind Ranger is absolutely fine. He's very comfortable with the hero, plays it a decent amount. He likes these killers, right? I feel like Armel has two styles. He either plays kind of the racers or the killers, not much in between. So this just fits that style. It's like the Wind Ranger, the Tiny, the Puck. These are his killers. The farmers for him tend to be like the Templar Assassin.
DK was one of them.
Yeah, Dragon Knight. Occasional Shadow Fiend a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah.
So this patch, I think Seeker they just want him to be the killer, and I think that fits what I'm seeing, at least in the meta. I feel like the 2 and the 4s are the heroes that really give you the damage of the kill threat. I think that's why Timber's a first phase pick right now. Timbersaw is basically one of these mids that guarantees you can always threaten somebody on the map.
Sure.
That's just nice to have. As well as
Charge! Oh, disruption going out, but all of this kerfuffle for a rune that does not spawn. Merchant tries to go for the TP out, but I believe they've got him. He does indeed fall. Power rune did spawn on the other side, and that'll be gifted over to Malrine, so he gets an invis and a refill in the bottle.
Nice rotation from the rune. Will end up paying off with that early focus fire. I mean, anytime you can get kill off cooldown with focus fire, you're very happy here, as that pushes Armel to the top of the leaderboard here. And really, the real loser out of all of this has just been 33. That bottom lane got destroyed early on, and he's been having to creep skip, get what he can down here. He's getting massively out-leveled. This is an offlane Batrider that's falling behind, whereas, like, for FBZ, as we saw before, he's just sitting up there with Vanguard, and he is still going to be getting
I think he's dead here.
This is just a tough lane to enter.
They still have Blast Off to be able to throw out. He just didn't want to use it at any time. Very curious. FBZ popping his wand to hop over the cliff there. Smooth move, actually dodges a blood grenade and potentially a death by doing that move.
This is one of those interesting situations where it's like, which stacked offlaner would you want to take, right? I mean, obviously 33 is having a harder time than FBZ, but would you have a utility Pango or utility Batrider?
I would rather have a utility Pango.
I tend to agree. The only upside for Bat is with this Max Firefly, you can always catch up pretty fast. Like, I feel like this happens to 33 a lot. His early laning phase is bad, then he gets some item, and then he's just, you know, early bots or something to catch up in the farm, and he usually gets back up there.
I guess I'll say at 20 minutes, I want the utility Pango. At 40 minutes, I want the utility Batrider, right? Like, it's going to take a while for the Batrider to get back into the game, but he will get back into the game. Whereas Pango, he can have an immediate impact no matter what his farm kind of is. As long as
he's going to be useful, though.
Got level 6, and yeah, well, I guess we'll have to...
Like, there's a Shadow Demon shard that can come out. He has to play into the Purge. Wind Ranger, the second you shackle Bat, he might just get ruptured. That team fight's over for him. I don't know if this is like the easiest back game. I mean, it's a product of him being first pick. 33 is just going to have to suck it up here for Tundra as they continue to try and build some stacks and gain some economic advantage in this game. I feel like they just want to go late at this point with the Juggernaut.
FBC is surrounded. He's probably going to swashbuckle up the hill, and oh, hey, there's 33.
He's going to farm a stack at the same time. Look at that.
That is efficiency. Though it is not the most efficient kill for Tundra. That is 5 heroes to kill FBC's Pango. He's like, nice. Yeah, I'd be dropping something like that too if I was FBC. Like, guys, you can't blame me for that death. They literally brought every single player that they have to my lane, and I don't even have a support in my lane right now.
You think that's what it's like playing with Puppy? Every time you die, Puppy's like, yo, bro, how'd you die? Commander, there were 5.
There were 5.
I swear.
Why didn't you outplay them?
Well, then you should have killed all 5. Look at the camp stacked. Tundra are really trying to just go into this mid-late game strong. Yamich wants his stack, but he won't get it all. Oh, no.
Maybe Armel can punish. Yeah, he'll get the kill on Snaking. Yeah, but just like, wait, I want the experience. Bro, Bro, come back.
They're not going to recognize your
That's the thing. You're talking about 5 heroes for this kill, but I feel like in this patch, it's honestly not that bad.
Just because of a shared assist gold that you
Yeah,
get?
the gold's so much.
Yeah.
Like that kill that they got on FBZ, it ended up being split 4 or 5 ways. It's like 270, right?
Yeah.
That's not an insignificant amount of gold to just run over, throw a spell, run back the lane. It's like the equivalent of 2 CS per hero. That's pretty reasonable. So if you're willing to try and guarantee it, it's not like you get nothing out of it and it just destroys your game flow. You miss a creep wave, you feel bad. I feel like a lot of these early kills are just always worth it, especially for the supports. I think if you're a support this patch, anytime you're getting a big core kill, like you TP for that sometimes even. It's just so much extra XP guaranteed. And that is exactly what you're looking for. You just want support ults in a lot of these games. Nice disruption dodge. Armel does not have ult here though.
I mean, they're going to have to commit pretty heavily to get this kill. Blast off coming in through the side. Nice hit. 33 meanwhile has to lasso up the kill and then TP out, but it's not going to happen fast enough. FBC, I mean, your idea, your concept of like, it's always worth it to be able to jump in one of these team fights. FBC TP'd for this engagement, right? Like, Secret brought all 5.
I mean, yeah, that's Crystallis happy to join all these fights. Well, it looks like he got a delivery.
No. He came back empty-handed.
Hey, Armel, can you sign for this package?
Must have been room service.
It's, oh no, that machete is not mine. 2 doors down. Oh, thanks a lot.
that arrow to warning. Good night.
Yo, puppy, they tried to deliver me your latest item.
Maureen, jumps over to his orb. They do not see him, but he'll TP out just in case.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tundra still looking for these support levels, man. They're just stuck at the 5s. And it hurts. It really hurts them. When you have these types of lineups where you need the extra damage to come through, especially when your offlaner is having a rough game, you're just missing a lot of that mid game. Again, like, is the fallback just you're just going to farm for Jug here forever? I feel like you're opening up a pretty large window for Secret going in the next 10 minutes here. If they can get some team fights going, get some push going. Maybe that's the part where their lineup kind of lacks. This last pick, Wind Ranger, didn't really give them some super early objective taker or map presence. Not that that pick was obvious, but you could have gone for something like a DK if you feel like it's viable, or even the Tiny gives you a little bit more, right?
Sure.
I guess you can run up and focus fire towers.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, is there anything wrong with that, or do you feel like putting that on cooldown that way is not worth it?
I don't know. If I'm in this game and I see Armel run up and focus fire tower, I'm coiling him and TPing my entire team. Like, this type of coil is a little deep, but if he's up on your side of the river, then you can connect the charge, you can bring the Bat Rider in, and that's the type of engagement Tundra are looking for. Again, this goes back to those games yesterday we saw Tundra play. It feels almost defensive from them, right?
Yes.
Like, they're playing for the late game, they're going to stack up, they're going to play efficiency, let 33 rat out the map, and they're going to make you go into them.
You've played with some stand-ins in your time. Do you feel like teams naturally play a bit more defensive when they have stand-ins? Like, naturally, if you're going to play a very aggressive game, isn't that like a game that you have to play a little bit cleaner?
Atos instantly punishing immersion on that charge.
Yeah, great play by Armel.
He is very farmed on this Wind Ranger. The faster you get this build up, the tankier you are, the stronger you are. The base damage starts to increase. I don't think stand-ins innately make you play defensive. I think it depends on the stand-in. I don't know. Most of the stand-ins I had were like psychopaths, so I tended to just run at people and lose.
Who did you have standing in for you again?
Excalibur? That guy's a psycho.
Psychopath Excalibur, of course.
I'm kidding.
Everyone knows that kid is wild. Loses at any moment. Literally the most even keel-hauled kid out
I
there.
don't know what other stand-ins I've played in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sometimes your actual teams feel like stand-ins, you know? You know what I'm saying? They all blend together. Was that an actual roster? There's another coil mid. Arena's just looking for these kills. Finally, he will find one in +2 for the King as his brain grows.
The King? No.
Snake King. What do you mean, no?
Because Aster's still in the tournament, so you can't call him the King.
What? Sumail's the King in the East.
Oh, the Western King. King of the West. Okay, I can deal with that.
I mean, Snaking is my king. He won a TI. Managed to drag 4 Europeans to that Aegis, that is a monumental effort.
Yeah, that was really some heavy lifting.
Yeah, when Sumail did it, he had 4 NA buddies with him. That's basically cheating at that point. So we'll give the edge to him. Now it's just a question of how fast Armel can get this Gleipnir online. Because once he gets that, Maureen is going to have trouble in the fight. The Breaker can't charge through. More control for the Batrider. This is a good Gleipnir game. It's also just going to set up a lot for his team. You can Gleipnir people into the Techie stun, into more poison stacks, Blood Right. The swashbuckle and the rolls come through because people are stuck or clumped together.
Yeah, your roll is going to feel a lot better, that's for sure. Though he is pretty close to Blink Dagger. FBC went Vanguard, and he's got 1,500 gold right now, so he's closing in on that.
I mean, Secret are cruising through this game. They don't have a gold lead, but it does feel like they're in a decent position to start ramping up the pressure and taking the fights. The Tundra, are they ready for that? Like, you have Battle Fury Jug and Octarine Batrider. These are good farming tools, but not the great fightist.
They know Skeeter's around here, but Skeeter, nice play, good awareness. He pops out, spins on the creep wave, tries to kill it, and TP's back. Like, that's a super efficient move. Now, the nice response from Secret was they glyphed the tower, or glyphed the creep wave, rather, so it would stay alive so they could finish off the tower easily.
The question is, are you going to go to the gate? Are you going to defend your own tier 1 in this game? I think you definitely want to if you're Secret, just based on the fact you're so much stronger. Let's see what Puppy and Armel decide to do. They wait for Roshan to pop out. But Secret, just playing it slow. They have huge Ancient stack Crystallis is clearing through right now. Absolutely going to work. This was set up by probably Yamish earlier. And he is getting powered up on the Bloodseeker. Almost level 12 off this. Oh, it's farm and chill time.
I mean, we keep talking about, okay, they're ramping up, they're ramping up. Would you say this BKB Gleipnir, that's got to be go time, right? Like, yes. Let's not ramp up any further past that. Let's actually, you know.
No, I don't think you want to let Tundra just farm out this map. I think that's when this team is scary. They have a lot of rap potential this game between the Octarine Batrider, who's going to go bot second. Again, 33, just playing the catch-up build. He's not interested in fighting. He's interested in getting his net worth back from the slow start. And you have the Blink, Maureen, Puck. So Puck is really hard to catch this game for Secret. The Bat's also going to be obnoxious. This game is going to get stalled out, which means when you hit your power points, you need to find the fights or at least force something out of Tundra. That's where that lack of objective taking, I think, just makes it weird. Because what is your way to force Tundra to fight you in this game? It's not that straightforward.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Like, these goals are just kind of free. Where's the punish? And that's just free info for Tundra. They get a couple TPs out of it. They see some heroes mid. That is space. That is farm time. That is Battle Fury Jug clearing through Ancients.
Would you consider Blink Dagger on the Wind Ranger too to help get you some more lockdown?
It's not a bad idea here. Hurts your damage a little bit, but it might just be necessary.
Because otherwise, Mauri, like, he's doing this right in front of 4 here.
Yeah, this is the problem. Like, what's your answer? You need some sort of silence, Orchid, or instant stun, but
I mean, even if they do manage to, like, catch him initially, right, you could still global silence. There's nothing happening in this game for such a long period that if you only catch a hero once every 2 minutes, then, you know, global silence is going to be able to counteract that.
I feel like Tundra are getting way more out of the map right now, given the position. Like, Secret itemized for these mid-game fights, and Tundra are just itemizing to go ultra late. And you can't help but feel like Juggernaut does carry this game. I don't really see anything preventing Skeeter from 1v5 in the late game.
An early Omni Splash and just a spin TP out. That's another big problem. They do not have a way to be able to stop spin TP.
Secret are getting destroyed on the map right now. And they find the coil on the TP.
Are they actually going to be able to get this kill, though? 33 is going to come in. Flame Break. Global Silence goes out as well. Rolling Thunder covering him. They need to be able to stop 33. They got to get something out of this, and they do. Thankfully, FBC was able to get the shield crash up the cliff. Hits 33, and we'll finally get something. Boom, all their heroes are here, so it's not like super efficient for them, but it would have been a total abject disaster if they didn't get a single hero kill.
Still doesn't feel great, though.
Yeah.
You all went bottom for a Batrider. Your top lane got pushed in by Immersion. Skeeter has been going to town on Ancient stacks. Just very efficient plays from Tundra here.
I think that my favorite part is Skeeter TP to tier 2 mid.
Yep, and instantly went into that triangle.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. They're just not missing anything right now. I mean, the call has been made. We're going to stall this game out, find picks, get the hell out. They have a lack of TP cancel for the Jug. And now you find some big core openings, you're going to punch them even harder.
Now they don't have the Omni Slash, so this kill is not so guaranteed. Chrysalis popping his BKB and uses it to run away. They're charging again. I guess they figured the Bloodseeker is... Oh, nice Shackle. Bulldoze was not used in that, so the Gleipnir, he's just going to die from this one, it looks like. Oh no, Armel! He fogged himself by going behind the trees, so a couple shots missed, and now they're in big trouble. Win run up in a second, but he's silenced for too long. Now the coil on it too, and this is the problem right here with Tundra. They can play it slow, they outfarm you, they put you in a position, but they will fight sometimes, and that just feels so bad when you know they're outscaling you, and they still manage to win a big engagement. Now it feels like you are so far down.
All of a sudden, this map is going to collapse. That was your Gleipnir Wind Ranger timing that we felt was going to be really good in this game. They got nothing out of it. Tundra just bringing the reinforcements. Good part of the map for them to fight in by their tier 1. Hard for Secret to try and return fire when their Bloodseeker's the one getting gone on there. And you have Healing Ward just backing up the sustain. I mean, Skeeter's a problem in this game. They do not have a Juggernaut answer. Who is man fighting him? Bloodseeker does not win this matchup. And the Pango Wind Ranger are just not helping enough unless you can land some crazy shackle on him.
Middle tower is under attack.
How much longer would you give it for, like, because, like, Secret, they do have a time here, right? Like, at some point, they're just going to be kind of out of gas. At least that's the way I look at it. I don't think anything can really challenge this Juggernaut and the control they have from Puck Batrider to help that carry.
Honestly, it already feels a little out of their control because they don't have the... I'm not seeing the catch answers. So if you're not going to start killing Tundra on the map, then I think you're just slowly getting out farming. You are slowly getting outscaled. Unless Pango gets to, like, damage Pango territory.
Yeah, and that's the problem, right? Like, he has been building for initiation and utility. Like, this is not a scaling Pango build. We could talk about, like, hey, you know, like, Pango scales up, Bloodseeker, Wind Ranger. That's 3 different cores that can all scale somewhat. Maybe that can outdo the Juggernaut, but these sort of builds, they need to get kills out of it. There's one. They get the pick off onto Immersion, but they got to keep this going. Got to build up some momentum. But look at Tundra. Again, they are not willing to give you the opportunity to strike first a lot of these situations. They're actually going to get the smoke initiation and get the pick off.
Maureen was even looking behind there. Another +2. Happy to retake this jungle area. Every time Secret have invaded it, Tundra have brought numbers back here and reclaimed this space, refusing to give Secret advantage on the map, and also just controlling that Roshan. They can go in the Radiant Pit right now. They have Healing Ward. They have Jug. This is what this hero can give you. Really solid objective taking when you group up.
All right, Avery, I'm calling it for plan A for Secret. Now you got to go plan B.
What is plan B?
You got to go to super crazy late where the game gets weird. You got to start getting FBC to scale. Don't go the Yule Scepter. I mean, if they get this Roshan, which if they smoke, they are getting here quickly. If they could stop this from happening, this would be fantastic.
Oh, if they get a fight in the pit with Rolling Thunder.
Oh, FBC, he's going to be able to blink in. He goes for the Batrider first. Jumping around. Is somebody going to get inside the pit? The Juggernaut's almost finished this one out. The coil is stopping all these heroes. They need to be able to finish up this Roshan now. Skeeter is going to be able to take it. And now they've got the Aegis. Now they're just backing away. They see whoever gets caught, that's fine. But we kind of won the Roshan pit. No, maybe they're going to go back in. They killed one, and Maureen didn't die just yet. So now it's a 5 versus 4. Now it's a 5 versus 3. Now it's a 5 versus 2. Chrysalis, wait, never mind. BKB, can he get away? Oh, it's going to be a close one. 33, trying to slow him down. Finally, the magic meter runs out. They get the charge, and that's it. 3 dead, no losses on the side of Tundra.
Oh, it's just such a hard contest there. Unless Tundra are grouped up in the pit or something devastating for them, which they just weren't. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, you just kind of have to go in. You start on 33 is decent, but you do use a lot, and that global just resets the whole fight. He's stuck over the cliff. You can't even really right-click him here. And massive coil from Maureen buys enough time for Skeeter to finish Aegis. It's just no real initiation power by the time you're done dealing with all of the zone control. Snaking has proved to be very annoying for Boom trying to commit in not Boom, for Secret trying to commit into these fights. I'm used to watching Dota, I see FBZ, I assume we're talking about Boom, but we're not. As he is getting pummeled in another region right now, and this game has just gotten out of Secret's control.
Tries to jump ship to another region. You jumped to the wrong one, FBZ. If you wanted to start getting dubs again, I don't know if Western Europe's the
tough,
easy region to go to.
I respect that though, right? It's going to make you a better player. And
oh, no doubt.
Armel's still looking for the kills, but Immersion has cliffed himself, very fortunately.
Oh, no, he didn't get another Maelstrom proc.
Wow, that was quite an outplay. I don't know if that was intentional. But he got him. Armel does not know where he went. Got his butterfly completed for Skeeter. This is an insane power spike for the Juggernaut. They do not have an answer to this one. Their magic damage is not nearly good enough to deal with him right now. Not to mention his Omni Slashes are just damn free this game. There's not much that stops him outside of the Lotus FPZ was building and the disruption on a key target, but you have Global. You can go in with Omni Slash Global. It's kind of a nice mini combo. What's your answer? It's just, someone is dead. There's no summons to tank it up. There's no Manta illusions from Universal Heroes, anything like this. Somebody is getting Omni Slash. Somebody is not going to like it. You're just gonna have to choose who it is, and I doubt it's gonna be Puppey.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, Puppey's gonna be the one to scare him back from this high ground push. Trying to give some space for Crystallis to just keep farming. I mean, obviously he's the Bloodseeker expert, so I'm looking at his item builds because I'm sure he's played against a lot of Juggernauts. He must have some idea about how to be able to win this game, but it's just not too apparent to me. Like, he's going Lincolns to try and deal with the Omni Slash.
I mean, he's going the Manta Lincolns. Those are the two items that will best help him deal with it, but it's not helping you win the man fight. And that's another problem with this matchup. Jug can just sit there under Healing Ward, right-clicking you down to absolute death. What is the answer to that? That's generally something like an AC, an Abyssal, Scotty, Satanic type territory. It's just not going to be there this game. And he doesn't have anybody to help. I mean, I guess Armel can pick up some of the slack here, but it does feel like he's not been able to find the momentum he was looking for.
No.
Despite being 5-2. Just not the highest impact core kills.
Looking back on it, like we did talk about, man, this timing from Secret is going to be very dangerous. But they just could not seem to catch a single hero. Was there something you feel like Secret could have done better? Like, should they have just, like, forced objectives more, gone for these tier 2 pushes, gone for an early Roshan? Like, what could they have done?
I think it just had to be Armel ganking the side lanes and, like, snowballing these other two cores and translating it into towers with cores combining early on in the game. So they have more space to operate and they can punish Juggernaut on the map. I don't really know what else would have done it. Like, I feel like your last pick has to bring some objective taking because you're getting outscaled with this Juggernaut Bloodseeker matchup. It just never happened.
I mean, I guess the problem I see with that is I don't know how you catch the Juggernaut, you know?
I mean, you don't necessarily need to catch him as long as you're punching the rest of his team, taking away a lot of the space.
That just kind of leaves the Bat Rider like killing 33 over and over again.
Yeah, but then at least you're getting something.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, if you keep killing him, it's likely you can get a Roshan off it.
I guess kind of where I'm leading to is it does feel like Tundra have much better options when it comes to the draft. Like, if they win the lanes, okay, great. But
yeah,
if they don't, they can stall the game out. If, you know, like, if they can't fight anywhere in the mid game, they can keep stalling for late game where they're really good.
It's just a product of they have Puck and Bat first, very limited catch, which means they can always control where the fights happen, where they happen, and basically at what point they want to take them, because they're controlling the lanes. Secret can't catch them on the map, then again, how does this lineup force a fight? You can't really just go in the pit and do it either.
I don't know why, but I associate the hero to player combination to be the opposite. Like, when I see techies, I think of Snake King, and when I see the silencer, I think of Puppey. So every single time, I was just about to say, man, Puppey's really farmed on that silencer. A hand of Midas working towards a refresher, but no, that's Snake King. King of the West.
You know what pick would have been sick for Secret? Last pick Lone Druid here. Because I think last pick Lone Druid would have destroyed Puck in the one-on-one, and then it gives you a hero that you can just go through with your two of their fighting cores and force the fights into Tundra, which is what their lineup doesn't want to have to do, right? That's the downside of Tundra's lineup. Like, we're talking about how good it is and a lot of stuff, but the downside is if you're just pushing objectives and forcing Tundra into you, their lineup isn't that great because they just have to commit into you and they're going to ball up to do it. They have to use the goal aggressively, and if you can survive that, you're just going to win the fight in the end.
Yeah.
Something here like Lone Druid, or if they had the Juggernaut, would have been really nice here for Secret. The Wind Ranger is just not giving you that, which means you have to just up the kill tempo. And if you don't up the kill tempo, this is what happens. The game's going to get stalled out. Tundra are a very good defensive-oriented team, stalling these games, hitting their timings. I mean, Snake King has just bought up Midas on Silencer here and has been ricing it up.
Yeah.
Like, this team knows how to get the most out of the limited resources they're going to split between everybody. It's just a good item pickup. It's already paid off. He has a 4-staff. He's going to get a refresher in this game on top of the shard. Double Global is going to destroy Secret in these fights. You're not going to be able to cast a Shadow Demon spell for forever. And that's with a Lotus Rush on Yamich here.
Unfortunately, Armel is not a Lone Druid player, but
No, he's not.
I could still see like the Tiny would have given you better option of killing the Juggernaut,
Yeah,
right? Because it's a blank instant stun, and it gives you better objective taking probably.
There's Lasso Global and Omni. A little Omni.
X. Yeah, a little Omni.
Just a little baby Omni. Tell him what's up. You can get these Jug Illusions off the Disruption. That's one way to use Tundra's net worth against them. They're pretty decently strong. They also look cool.
Yeah. Running around like an anime character.
Just have to be able to land the stuns somehow. Needs to be a shackle. Oh, he tried to force him out of the coil, but not big enough. Now you might pay the price. Oh,
Jumps
don't tell me
over
he
to
gets
the
out.
other side. Oh, man. A small little opening for Secret to play for, but they miss it. Malrine tipping over FBZ. Meanwhile, Skeeter just taking more real estate while he can.
Skeeter feels invincible this game. Absolutely invincible. I mean, I guess so does Malrine, and they both have 0 deaths, so they truly are invincible. And that is Octarine plus Arcane Rune done for Puck. On top of that Psychic Headband, so he's trying to push people out of coil. What an annoying combo.
Coin for me.
And Immersion just going for that Glimmer Cape Planar Pocket build. We saw Seb do this one on the Breaker. Extremely tanky to the spell damage when you go in. You almost don't care what you're tanking, but hey, if you tank that Rupture, if you tank an SDL, you're very happy about that too. Well, maybe not the SDL, but you will free up space for your cores for sure. And Ags finished for 33, man. What an interesting item pickup. Not when I see him go a lot on this bat, but
Look at Malrine.
makes sense.
Okay, you gotta get this one.
Global,
Please
though.
tell me. Please. Kill him.
No
Do not
way.
let him get away again.
Oh my god.
No. No.
This is just disgusting.
They were smoking to the Roshan pit too, but at least if they could have killed Malrine, it would have been something.
And then they got the charge. You know Tundra want to take this fight.
Oh yeah, any fight is good at this point. Only
Secret
Thunder
missing
just
BKBs.
bump Skeeter. Don't get Omni Slash. It's going to be a death of you. Shackle shot. They do manage to latch that Secret. I can't believe they're still playing for this one. They're trying to get the kill. Oh no, he managed to get off the switch slash. Does manage to get away. He still has his Aegis, of course. Now they're going to start TPing out. Shadow Demon's going to die. 2 supports down. FBC, of course, no Rolling Thunder. So unlikely to get away. Nice play by Immersion. He knows they've already caught FBC, so he looks for more. Stops Crystallis's TP. Oh, FBC. Never mind. Crystallis dies, and FBC is the one to survive. Still, a better kill for it to the favor of Tundra.
I mean, if you're not getting the puck when he goes into your 1v5 like this, that tells the story of this entire game. And the global, perfectly on point here, definitely bails him out. He would have got shackled to a tree. I mean, you just feel bad, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just that cat playing with the mice. What you would do to have an Abyssal Blade right there. But of course, Tundra are not giving that opportunity. I mean, how is this lead up to 32,000, by the way? Like, what?
That's the
It just
Tundra
seems like it
effect.
comes out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
I feel like at 20 minutes, it was 4 or 5K. So they've extracted
has fallen.
almost 30,000 gold in the last 10 minutes here.
Yeah.
Just a ridiculous rise in net worth.
3,000 gold a minute.
2,500. It's damn impressive what this team is able to do when you give them the space. And just 0 deaths as well. I don't remember the last time Seeker found anybody on this map. Okay, another very aggressive move.
All right, Maureen.
Nice. Round of applause right there, boys and girls. They finally...
We did it.
They got a core hero.
I mean, Secret, maybe maybe they are losing this game, objectively speaking, but that felt like a win.
It was a moral victory.
Yeah.
2,200 gold kill.
Don't worry, guys. We finally killed the puck. He's got a death.
Hey.
Meanwhile, the win probability says this game is over.
I mean, nobody believes in that probability anyway.
I do.
Well, you're foolish.
Oh.
Because here is the comeback smoke for Secret. Easy lineup there. No focus fire, though. So
Oh, no.
not that easy.
Skeeter's here. Run!
You got the healing ward. Oh, Lotus Omni.
Lotus Swiss Slash, but he still has his Omni Slash, and he will bounce over to the
double
heroes
lasso.
and absolutely decimate them. Chrysalis is running off of fumes right now. He turns around. He's like, you know what? This is the final fight. Just go for it. He can't kill the Bat Rider because, of course, he's just going to play around the cliff, and Immersion's going to dive in. Oh, the disarm. That saves him. It bails him out. Doesn't bail out Puppy, though.
That was one of the fastest diebacks in a while. Puppy sacrifices his body for the carry. A commendable feat, but not one that will save the buildings here for Secret in this BO1. As the lead continues to balloon.
Mike, I thought they already had a second lane of barracks.
No, they just been slain.
I gotta go for third.
Keep in mind there's Refresher on snaking as well, so those globals that have been bailing the puck out, he has 2 of them.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks
Might is
are under
eventually paying off here.
Well, you know what, Avery? I'm glad we started off talking about this game by
Another double lasso for the road, why
beautiful.
not? And that'll do it.
We talked about who you thought was the best team of the 3.
Yeah.
And you did not list a team in this matchup, which
Yeah.
is actually very nice because now we can see how